While some
chicken
of the
fried
dishes on this list came to
steak.
my attention more or less immediately after I moved to America, there are some I only
If
found
there's any country that seems to know what to do with chicken, especially fried chicken, from all the videos I've watched, just America. You guys know how to cook
out
fried
about in
chicken.
the last couple of years. And indeed, those of you who were watching my channel 2 years ago will know that this includes a dish called chicken fried steak. In fact, if it hadn't been for my collaboration with a Scottish YouTube sensation by the name of Sean, I might to this day have no idea what that is.
Chicken fried steak. Have you ever heard of chicken fried steak?
Never heard of it. Where did you see that?
There was in this diner, and it was, I didn't know if it was chicken or steak, but I think it's beef.
Anyway, don't take my word for it. Instead,
Okay.
here's me from 2 years ago with more details.
Pictures.
amazing.
Yep. Pictures, delicious.
It's the gravy that makes it. I'm just going to try a little piece without gravy to see what that's like.
Yum.
Yeah, even without gravy, it's definitely still fried. But Sean was right. I mean, this is pretty phenomenal, and I think that, you know, if I could, I'd eat one of these every day, but I'd go into cardiac arrest. Perhaps the biggest surprise is that while it does indeed contain steak, and while it is indeed fried, there is no chicken.
Okay.
There are no two ways
Cornbread.
about it. Americans are obsessed with chili. You might be thinking,
Okay.
Lawrence, the transition slide didn't say anything about chili. What are you talking about? Well, chili in this country is often accompanied by a side dish that seems particularly popular with my wife's family, cornbread. And just to be clear,
Yum.
since there seems to be a pattern emerging here, that is not corn as in the new metal.
In fact, fun little fact, I don't know if you guys have seen my Thanksgiving at our Māori marae here in New Zealand. I've tried cornbread, and it was nice. It was delicious. I really enjoyed it. I remember trying cornbread. Cornbread was definitely delicious.
Band. No, corn as in cornmeal, which is the chief ingredient.
Is cornbread big in every state in America? Let us know, or is it just specific to certain states?
Of cornbread, and it's pretty nice when it's not green, which is an allusion to a video I made in which it was. Either way, cornbread is one of many examples pointing to America's obsession with corn. At the state fair you have corn dogs, at Halloween you have candy corn, and in everything you have corn syrup. For most of us Brits who relocate here to America, hearing the word biscuits and gravy in the same sentence is profoundly frightening, because there are two things that I think most of us don't know until we move here. Number one, the gravy in question is usually this sort of thick, white concoction that's quite spicy. Compare this to the gravy that we're used to back home, provided by the likes of Bisto, which is a darker, thinner kind of liquid. But the other major difference is the way in
Same here in New Zealand, it's brown.
which Americans define the word biscuit. In Britain, of course, a biscuit is what Americans would
Same
call
as
a
here in New
cookie.
Zealand.
So perhaps you can see why the term biscuits and gravy might make us do a bit of sick. Until we learn that in America, a biscuit is a form of savoury baked bread that they push on you a little too much at Red Lobster. And I say too much because American-style biscuits are actually really nice. And I have been known to devour
I don't blame them for pushing it on to those people. Biscuits and gravy is one of the nicest foods I've tasted. And I remember me and Willow did a video on it. And at the end of it, I was going, how the heck do I not know? I've been on this earth for nearly 30 years. How the heck do I not know what biscuit and gravy is? And the crazy thing is, majority of the world doesn't. I'm pretty sure majority of the world doesn't. So everyone's missing out.
6 or 7 of those before my fish and chips arrives. Of course I still eat the fish and chips. Do you think I'm a psychopath? And I must say, since it is a popular dish here in the Midwest, biscuits and gravy is actually quite nice once you overcome the initial trauma. And finally,
Tacos.
Tacos. An entry that really ought to come with a couple of caveats. Number one, taco.
How do you say that? Is it taco or tacos? Over here, we just call them like tacos.
Like a lot of popular dishes in America, aren't actually American. To which you are thinking, no they're obviously Mexican. But, as I've spoken about a lot on this channel, Mexican food is very popular here in the US. As I've also
Let me know, are you a big fan of Mexican food? Because over here, there's not that many Mexican restaurants.
pointed out, it has in recent years gained a foothold back in the UK, but I haven't been there for any of that. So I only encountered tacos, both the word and the food, in the years that I've been living on this side of the pond. And of all of the many Mexican dishes you can get here, tacos seem to be the one with which Americans are most obsessed. Basically, if you don't know what tacos are, then you're not from North America. You take a mini tortilla. I know how it's pronounced, I'm just messing with them. And you put whatever on them, chicken, guacamole, beans, salsa, and you wrap it up, usually badly in my case, and you just eat about maybe 3 of them. Personally though, I find it easier and maybe less messy just to have a quesadilla. Which makes me realise this entire list could have just...
In one setting, how many tacos could you have? How many tacos could you have? Just looking at that, one would probably fill me up. Maybe two. But man, yum. Mexican food sounds absolutely delicious.
It's been Mexican food. Well, if I've learned anything today, it's that talking about food makes me really hungry, because at this point I haven't yet filmed the bit where I eat the Factor 75 meal. I'm going to do that in a minute and I'm really excited.